Hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play of Stardew Valley. My name is Anna Mardall. This is, I believe our 6th video. And we're on day 15 of spring, year 1. Hopefully everyone can hear me alright. It is raining today, which is just the most beautiful thing. And it's Monday the 5th. I will admit that yesterday, being Sunday, was a traveling caravan day, and I forgot to hit up the traveling caravan. I'm almost kind of glad that I did, though, because I don't want to spend any money. We're saving for a knapsack, and I would have been tempted if she had any Junimo items. So, that's alright. And the TV says it's salmonberry season. All across the countryside, bushes are teeming with juicy little berries and they're free for the taking. Harvesting them is a great way to earn some extra cash. So, I mentioned before, I have cat hair all over my face and I'm trying to fix it. It's like, ah! I mentioned before that there are going to be times when something emergency-ish happens and suddenly we're running around in a panic doing things. Hello dear, I know you're just getting started as a gardener, so I wanted to give you a little tip. Most crops only grow in one season. When summer arrives, your spring crops will all die out, so plan ahead. Granny Evelyn. I don't think I've seen that before, but presumably it was necessary for players who didn't know that. If you're a Harvest Moon veteran, then it comes as no surprise when your spring crops die out when summer comes. But if you hadn't played Harvest Moon, then I can see how that might be confusing. So I assume he added that to be clear. So I mentioned in an earlier playthrough that there are times when suddenly an emergency happens and all your plans have to take a back seat to some new thing. And that is quite literally, this was what I was referring to, is when salmonberry season hits. And suddenly the most important thing in the world is gathering salmonberries from the bushes. Why, Anna, do we need to care so much about salmonberries? Well, it's certainly not to sell them, I'll say that much. The TV urged us to sell them, but the TV can take a flying leap. We will carry salmonberries and its autumn equivalent of oh gosh, I think it's grapes or something, wild grapes, it doesn't matter what it is, it's something. Blackberries. Blackberries is what it is. We will carry salmonberries and blackberries pretty much all the time, especially once we have a bigger knapsack and can afford the space, because they will be one of our main gift-giving items that we give to people as we run around making the rounds. So, for example, I hope Linus is in his tent. He is in his tent. Crisp air of the wilderness is all I care to know. Linus loves salmonberries because Linus loves wild food. He eats it. So Linus gets a salmonberry. While we're making the salmonberry rounds, now is a good time to pop our head in the Adventurers Guild and officially join after having killed, oh, it's locked, 2, what the heck? 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.? Good grief. Didn't know those were the hours. Okay, good to know. There's a bridge here and it's broken. I wonder if that's the broken bridge that the Junimos have promised to repair if we get enough forage items. Possibly, possibly. There's some salmonberries. I'm actually very pleased that this is happening on a rainy day, because it means we don't have to spend the day, we don't have to spend a lot of time watering our crops. We can just run around and collect and give. The bush down here, but first we're going to drop in here. We're going to say hi to Robin. I built our house from the ground up. And we're going to give Demetrius. Demetrius likes salmon berries because they are an interesting specimen. He's a scientist. He likes interesting things. And apparently he thinks salmon berries are interesting, so good for him. Robin likes, is not a big salmonberry fan, but she likes blackberries. So when blackberries come into season, those are what Robin will get whenever we do our gift rounds. Harvey, too, likes blackberries. I don't think he's a big fan, or that's Lewis. I don't think he's a big fan of, but Harvey does like blackberries. I don't think he's a big fan of salmon berries, though. I might give him one as a test to see. Oh, there's one up here. Almost missed it. Anything on Pierre's board? I want to pull a prank on my dad. I need an earth crystal. We do not have any earth crystals, and even if we did, they are far too precious to me to waste on a prank. I'm sorry, Abigail. You will have to get your own. There's something I never noticed before. What is that? I don't know what it is. It wouldn't let me interact with it. It kind of looks like a bin or a... I don't know. Pam says, ugh, my head. Shane is hard at work. He doesn't seem interested in talking, but Shane loves salmon berries. As does Pam. I have a little cheat sheet for gifts over here. So the nice thing about the salmonberry appeal for so many characters, not all the characters, but a lot of them, is it means that you can keep one gift stacked in your inventory neatly rather than 18 gifts spread that takes up your entire rustic. The other nice thing about salmonberries is that they are plentiful. So it's really easy to just gather up, 1 or 200 and keep them in your pockets. There is a man over here. Why is there a man over here? I've got an old amulet to sell, but something tells me you're not ready for it, miss. Interesting. I don't think we can enter Elliot's rooms yet. We can't. That's alright. We're going to do a quick pop up to George's house. George and Alex and Evelyn. Hi, Sam. And George gets a leaf. George is already at green. That's very nice. Alex is up there pumping iron. And let's see if we cannot find Haley. I think we can. Oh, another salmonberry bush. Don't want to miss those. Stupid rocks. It's very easy to get hung up on the environment in town. It drives me nuts. Nope, I don't want a green algae. How I told you Haley and I are sisters? We did know that. Yes, thank you, Emily. I spent all morning doing my hair and how the rain could mess it up. Life is hard sometimes. It is. You're not wrong. Alright. Now to Salmonberry Central. There's a salmonberry. There's a salmonberry. Why did you become a farmer? I want to make tons of money. It's more real than living in a city. To follow my grandfather's footsteps, and I wanted to escape my old life. So, I'm going to say this one. That's pretty much the reason I came here too. And Leah gets a salmonberry. Which Leah appreciates because she is experiencing a lot of food scarcity and is grateful for anything you can give her. Are you looking for Aunt Marnie? You're soaked, you poor thing. I don't think... Yeah, Marnie's not a big salmonberry fan, and I don't think Jazz is either. Is this a gift? Oh, that's alright. It's not a good idea to give people gifts they don't like, because it can decrease their affection for you. But if you're not using the wiki, then really sometimes all you can do is trial and error experimentation. They do occasionally tell you things that they like, and so you can guess and figure it out. But I mean, you know, nuances like which berry they like, sometimes you just gotta guess or look it up on the Wikipedia. Either way. So it's not great that we gave Marnie and Jazz gifts they didn't like, but it's also not the end of the world. A single wild horseradish down here. Spring onion, sorry. Oh, and there's some more. And some dandelions. So, that's kind of unfortunate. I have to throw some stuff away. Really looking forward to getting a bigger knapsack. Kind of my fault because I could have probably stopped it back home and dropped some things off, and I didn't. The trees in the forest grow back if you cut them down, but the growth rate isn't super duper fast. So it makes sense to time your cuttings accordingly rather than just cut them all down in one day and then now you have a completely barren forest. That can happen in winter when you're looking for things to do and needing wood, because trees do not grow on your farm in winter. Winter is when really nothing grows. You just have to wait until spring if you want things to grow back. I'm going to go up here, and then we're going to come back down real quick. Nope, okay. I didn't know if we might get a cutscene. But, so through that run, which took our entire day, we've basically done nothing except harvest of berries, we have 48 berries to give as gifts. And there will probably be more tomorrow. And then, and eventually they'll stop. The berries are very much a limited time offer kind of thing. Okay, let's throw our wild onions and coral into the bin. We have some time, not very much time, but we have some energy. So we're going to spend it cutting down trees. Golly, it sure is dark out here. If only we knew how to craft some sort of lantern. Something to think about. I left these stumps here because I thought they might regrow, but they do not. So we're just going to clear them out of the way. We're going to take these pine cones down here and see if we can't plant a few more trees for us to cut down later. Okay. And that, I think, is that for that day. 140 wood is not bad. 140 wood is not bad at all. Let's go take our scythe and a watering can back out. Although I don't know how much we still need the scythe. We might can start leaving that at home just in general. Again, to save space in our pack. Alright, day 16 of spring. It's a Tuesday. We don't quite have enough money for that pack. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. Sounds wonderful. So we've got some more berries. As you see, today will be another berry run. I hope you are feeling settled in your new home. I'm writing to let you know that Pierre's store is selling fertilizers. Why don't you swing by and see if you can afford a dozen boxes or so? A dozen boxes of fertilizer. Well, I will certainly keep that in mind. Fertilizer makes your crops grow at a higher quality. Crops can come out as regular, or with a little silver star, or with a little gold star. We saw a gold star cauliflower, actually, from the pretty sweet little fairy who showed up and made it grow. And we just had some silver star cauliflowers. Gold star crops are important because one of the Junimo challenges is for high quality crops from each season. I'm looking at my list. It's 5 high quality corns, 5 high quality parsnips, 5 high quality melons, and 5 high quality pumpkins. Parsnips are a spring crop, so it would be a good idea to think about going to Pierre's store and buying some fertilizer and making fertilized soil for parsnips to grow, because we're going to want to grow 5 gold star parsnips for the Junimos. But right now we are saving that money, and since parsnips do not take much time to grow, we have a few more days yet before we need to commit to doing that. Fertilizer is not cheap. Fertilizer is not cheap. Okay, so yesterday was the bear share of berries. Today we're just going to kind of go around behind and clean up the late bloomers. I think we will start with the forest first this time. Really should have brought a quartz to bring to the wizard, but I keep forgetting to do that. I keep forgetting to do that. Berry. Berry. The worms. It's another library book. You found a lost book. The library's collection is expanding. I suppose we should be going to go read those, but a lot of them are gameplay tips that I don't think I need, so I haven't felt the need to just run back to the library every time I find one. It would be kind of nice if you had the chance to read it quickly on the spot whenever you find it. Seems unfair, really, to teleport it to the library without a chance to read it right there where you have it. But teleport it does. And I guess I should just be grateful that it doesn't take up a spot in my inventory. Definitely grateful for that. Berry! It's funny how when somebody leaves, you have all these little in-jokes you have that... How do you even ever explain them to people? They're gone. The passage of time is an amazing thing. It moves whether we want it to or not. Whether it is in real life or in Stardew Valley. But you know, I think the lesson that Stardew Valley teaches us is that it really is okay to stop the capitalist money-earning grind and take a break and do fun things. Decorate your farm. Make it pretty. Pick up a sea urchin. Interesting. We've never had one of those before, have we? Clint, do you like berries? You don't. I didn't think you would. You didn't seem like the type that would like a berry. He just sighed. Clint was almost a romanceable option in the romance expansion. I liked him and kind of hoped that he would. But Shane was voted on instead, and Shane is a wonderful romance option. I really like him. He, getting to know him, becoming friends with him, is actually a very sensitive, in my opinion, portrayal of depression. And I talked about this before, but one of the things I really like about Stardew Valley, is the way it feels like it has good marginalized representation of people who often didn't show up in Harvest Moon games. And Haley is now at 4 hearts with us just from talking and giving her those little yellow flowers, the daffodils, couldn't think of the word, giving her daffodils once a day and twice weekly, and then on her birthday. So that is why Haley is one of the very few bachelors that you can increase the affection rating enough to take her as a date to the spring dance. The birthday boost is very important in terms of becoming friends with someone quickly. We should be able to enter the Adventurers Guild now. Good. Alright. So, the Adventurers Guild sells things, increases weapon precision, increases knockback, a little flimsy but fashionable sneakers, wooden blade. That's nice. That's fine. And there's a guy over here, Gil. Come back when you got something to show me, kid. Monster eradication goals. We've killed 13 of 1,000 slimes. That's an ambitious goal. I guess we will do our best to help out. Wouldn't want to not be helpful. They are trying to keep the valley safe. A worthy goal, I feel. Abigail is playing music. That's lovely. Linus could probably use another berry. Railroad. Looks like it's blocked by a pass. The pass is blocked by like a rockfall. Could not think of the word. Okay. So let us sell the pretty starred items. I've got a sunfish, a smallmouth bass, and a shad. I think those are safe. A shad. I think those are safe to sell. Let me look at my little list here. Shad is a Junimo item, as are sunfish. Smallmouth bass are not. We also there we go. Can sell some of those extras. Okay. We just want to sell one salmon berry so that we can get that filled out on the collections. Assuming it is a collection item, I'm assuming it is. Most things are. Most things that don't go in the library are. go in here, drop off our coal, drop off our stone and wood, and I'm going to pick up that acorn that we just dropped off. And you are going to get planted, let's say there. And I feel like you, well, that's not even a seed. I thought it was a seed. It was not. All right, everything's good down there. Good, good, good. We've got some rocks up here we can get rid of. All right. Well done. Good day. And tomorrow it is supposed to rain. So we're going to drop these off. And put that there. And go to sleep. Got level 3 farming. That's a +1 watering can proficiency. A level 1 +1 hoe proficiency. We have a new crafting recipe for a bee house, speed grow, and a farmer's lunch recipe. Level 4 foraging, +1 axe, +1 wild berry harvesting. What that means is that when we harvest a wild berry, like salmon berry, we'll actually get 2 instead of 3 out of the bush. Would have been nice if we had gotten this before we went around and did all the salmon berries, but that's okay. 50 is still plenty. 50 is still plenty. And we finally have enough to buy our bigger backpack, bag. Spreading weeds have caused damage to our farm. So, actually, I think we are on the hour limit. I didn't set a timer, but I think we're very close. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here, and we will pick up in the next video. Once again, this has been a Let's Play of Stardew Valley. I hope you found this relaxing or enjoying. If you're using this to sleep, I hope that you sleep well. My name is Anna Mardell, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye. Hello, everyone. So I realized after I signed off that that last video was actually only about 30 minutes long. So I have set a timer, and we will bring this one to a full hour. So we've got the Queen of Sauce, a rerun for coleslaw. We already know how to cook coleslaw. That means we've been paying attention to the television. Today is Wednesday the 17th, and it is supposed to rain all day, which is wonderful for us. Dear Anna, have you settled into your new life yet? I can't believe you're all grown up. Time sure flies. Now that you're gone, I have all this extra money laying around, so I included a little gift. Love, Dad. 500 gold. That was extremely kind of him. All of the wild seeds that we planted from the Junimo have bloomed. So I'm going to sell the high quality crops and keep the rest for gifts, recipes, stuff like that. Okay, we do. Alright, just green bean, green bean. There we go. And you may notice that there are more forage berries. Lots more. So that's exciting because we just got our forage bonus that gives us +2. So we do a quick run of the farm, and sure enough, we're getting 2 now for every harvest. One of the things that's slowing us down, besides our run speed right now, is that whenever something is harvested, we have to stand still close to where it falls for a couple seconds to make sure that we actually get them. That will eventually be rectified with one of the equipable items, which makes things more attracted to you in a magnetic sense. In fact, the item is literally called a magnet ring, and things zoom straight to you, which is very nice. I'm going to go ahead and sell this wild horseradish, and we were going to go ahead and plant these seeds. A couple more things to pick up here. No, I don't want to eat the daffodil. We are headed to town. I hope that Pierre's is open today. He doesn't work every day, and I can't remember his schedule off the top of my head. Extra sunfish lying around Gus. Okay, hold on. There is Shane. Shane, would you like a salmon berry? He has already been given 2 gifts this week, so we can't give it to him. Closed on Wednesdays. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. So we are going to run back to our house. And we are going to drop off these and this. And we're going to look and see how many sunfish we have. We only have 1. So that's kind of a problem because I don't want to give Gus my last sunfish. How many days do we have for the sunfish? 2 days. Alright, I was actually going to spend today fishing anyway after the quick berry run. So that works out. And if we get an extra sunfish, then we'll give it to Gus. If we do not get an extra sunfish, then we just don't complete the delivery, and it goes away and it's fine. There are no penalties for not completing deliveries. I don't like not completing the deliveries, but there's not a penalty for it. Okay. It's not like Gus is going to suddenly hate us or something. So really, there is not a downside to taking on every delivery and then just completing the ones you manage to complete. I do not, because emotionally I don't like not completing a delivery. So if I know I can't complete it, then I won't. I thought I had 2 sunfishes, and I didn't. If I had 2 sunfishes, we'd just be going to give Gus that one right now. Fishing is a bit of a luck-based sport, or chance-based, however you want to call it, because you have no control over what shows up when you fish. There are parameters for what shows up, the different ones in the ocean, different ones in the river, and different ones depending on season and depending on weather. Which is one of the reasons why I've been fishing on the rainy days, because some of the fish that we need are rainy day only fishes. I honestly cannot remember off the top of my head if a sunfish is a rainy day fish. It would be ironically named if it is. So I don't think it's a rainy day fish, but I don't really remember. Let's go fish our hearts out. up to 139 berries, which is a delight to my soul. Eat as well. Now I must listen. A shad! Another shad! A third shad! Okay, it looks like some sunfish only show up when it is sunny. So Gus will not be getting our last sunfish today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, Gus. Smallmouth bass. I guess I could give it to him. There's going to be plenty of sunny days. We'll get another sunfish. And I really do want to up how Gus feels about me because it is actually not super easy to up his affection. Just because how often do you see Gus? He sells, by the way, all these wonderful things. He sells a beer, salad, bread, spaghetti, pizza, coffee. Coffee makes you run faster. And then he sells recipes for including this maki maki roll. Most of those recipes we can learn either on the television or just from people being nice and sending them to us. Let's give Emily a present. Nope. Thanks. Okay. It just occurred to me that we actually have the money to buy a new rod. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. And we'll put some bait on it. That'll make things come to us faster. And I am going to go ahead and sell the shad directly to Willie because the collections only cares about how many you caught. It doesn't care about how you ship them. So, and then I think, yes, I can throw away the bamboo pole because I don't need a bamboo pole when I've got a fiberglass rod. Why would I want that in my inventory? I mean, yes, it was a gift from him, but we'll pretend that I gave it back to him by throwing it away in his house. So this is the ocean. There's completely different fish in the ocean than in the river, which makes sense when you think about it. one's being difficult. Come. Yes! I was actually very much hoping for an eel. That sparkles and pleases. I think this is another one. Eels are tricky to catch. We got very lucky. Yeah. We got very lucky with the one that we did catch. Eels are not easy, in my opinion. All of the fish have a difficulty rating, which can be viewed on the wiki page for each fish. And I have no idea how hard eels actually are to catch, but I think they're tricky as heck. And you can quote me on that. If I have a complaint about this game, it is that the Joja Mart prices, if I recall correctly, I guess I could go in there and check, but I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. The Joja Mart prices are not cheaper than Pierre's, which seems like a lore problem. Okay, while we're in here, we're going to, I believe it's the night fishing boat? Yes. So we can go ahead and put the eel in here, and that will get it out of our inventory, and I can't accidentally or deliberately give it away as a gift. It's just nice to go ahead and get that there. I wasn't going to do that. I was going to be all fancy and only ever take things to the community center whenever I had the full one, and you guys could be like, ooh, wow, pretty. But after I just gave away my sunfish, which I really had planned to reserve for the community center, I thought, maybe I shouldn't do that, keep them in my inventory, because it's just too tempting to use them for other things. The temptation is too great. Let's check in on Robin and Demetrius and Maru and Sebastian. Demetrius, I think we can't give you out. We've given too many gifts to already. We have hit our gift limit. What is impressive is that he managed to have 3 different layers of berry gathering across 3 different days, because I don't think any of the bushes have repeated themselves. Didn't have anything over here though, huh? That surprises me. I don't know why, but I thought there was something over there to harvest. I thought there was something over there to harvest. I was wrong. That happens sometimes. Berries. Berries. And berries. I believe we went over my entire farm, but we'll try one more time. Do we see anything? No. I know we got the edges. Okay. So let's go over here, and our herring can go, as can our gold clam and our spring onion. Everything else gets kept. Dandelion and spring onion go in there. Seaweed and pole go in there. Might as well pick up this bar that's been fussing at us for days on end. Alright. Now we'll give a quick hug to Kitty. Okay. So it is day 18. And it's going to be a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. Refreshing rain, a farmer's best friend. When it rains, you don't have to water your crops. Use this to your advantage. Okay. Boy, our crops are kind of bare looking after we harvested so many of them yesterday. Okay. Looking good. Now it looks like there's another round of berries to get because there was some on our farm. So we'll need to do that today too. But what I'd really like to do is get back that sunfish that I gave away. And since it is sunny, I think we'll be able to do that. Today, being the 18th, is also Pam's birthday. And we know that Pam likes, or at least doesn't hate, the salmon berries that we've been collecting. So one of the things we're going to do... I got stuck behind Maro here. Oh, we were able to run through her. Interesting. Do you like salmon berries? Alex does not. Alright. Penny's my baby girl. Be nice to her or leave her alone, alright? Was it my birthday today? I guess it is. Thanks, this is nice. Good. Pam has a problem with alcohol abuse. So, one of the things we can give her is beer, but Penny would prefer that we didn't, so I have not. Welcome to Pierre's. How can I help you? A ham. Come and get it, folks. Coupons for 50% off your purchase at Joja Mart. 50%? Well, any takers? Obviously, Pierre can't compete with that. I can't match those prices. I'd be selling at a loss. It must be difficult for you to lose your loyal customers like that. But can you blame them? Joja Corporation clearly the superior choice. Soon the whole town will realize that. Oh, I was saying before that if there's something that I don't like about the game, it's that Joja Mart... Yay, we have a bigger inventory. Look at that. Joja Mart being basically this evil Walmart corporation. Here, have a flower. Does that help? He likes that. Really ought to be lower priced as a genuine temptation. Because as it is, it's the same prices for you, the player. And you don't ever really feel tempted to shop there. It's easy to take the moral high ground. Because why wouldn't you take the moral high ground? It's... I can't get this jar open. It's you, Anna, right? You're pretty strong, aren't you? You shouldn't have any problem opening this jar for me. Bloop! You did it! You're stronger than you look. I love Haley. She's so unfiltered with her opinions. She reminds me of like Cordelia from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She just says what's on her mind. I actually married Haley in my first playthrough and I like her very much, but I do not like the room that she brings with her that she adds to your house. I'm very, very, very OCD, and like I actually do have obsessive compulsive disorder, and I need things to aesthetically look and match a certain way. Hey, we got our sunfish! And Haley brings a room that is basically like her room at home with the beach and it just did not work for me in terms of matching the rest of the house or the overall aesthetics. So that was my loss, that I can't marry Haley because I don't like her room. I really wish you could redecorate the spouse's rooms. And I understand why you can't, because it's kind of suppressing their personalities to be like, okay, you're in my house, so you're gonna live in my house, is gonna look the way I want it to look. That wouldn't be grand. But oh, I do not like the way her beach theme clashed with my forest aesthetic. So now I tend to marry Elliot because I really, really like him anyway. And his room is just nice, a library with books that fits the whole farmhouse theme that I've got going on a lot better, in my opinion. I like all the bachelors. I would really like to marry all of them. Except Emily. I'm not really as into Emily as everyone else is. I don't know why. I don't really like her cutscenes very much. But I like Sebastian a lot. I love Shane and his struggles with depression. They're all good people. We really probably should have bought fertilizer and parsnips while we were at Pierre's. I was talking and didn't pay attention, but we should have. And I will do that. We'll get some money tonight and we'll spend that on fertilizer and parsnips because we want to get those gold star parsnips for the Junimo board. Which I will probably be filling out as we go, just because Otherwise, you have to store the things that you're saving to give them. And that seems like a waste of storage space to have a Junimo bin. I think she likes daffodils. Yes, she does. Good. Berry! Do you like dandelions? Thank you, this looks nice. Well, that wasn't the rousing standing ovation of applause that I might have liked, but nothing wrong with a solid "this looks nice." Get some wild seeds over here. Because apparently I thought I needed to carry my watering can with me to town. No idea why. Okay. Alright, let's do a quick pop outside. Now that I have convinced myself that I may as well just put the Junimo stuff in as I get it, rather than waiting, and I believe I have convinced myself, we're going to take these down. Why is that there? Okay. This will not close out any bundles, but it means we don't have these sitting in our inventory at risk of being used or sold or anything of that nature. Which is good, because anything that helps my memory is a good thing. So for the river fish bundle, we've got sunfish and shad. We still need a catfish and a tiger trout. That's all right. I'm going to go ahead and take those off my list so I know that we have those. Sunfish and shad. For the crab pot bundle, we have a cockle. We have and that's my timer saying we've hit an hour. So I need to wrap this up. We have what did I put there? A mussel. And I didn't bring a clam because I didn't realize I forgot clams were an option. There's 10 optional ones you can put in, and we just need to find 5, so that's nice. For the foraging, for exotic forage, we have a cave fruit and a coconut, cave carrot and a coconut, and we have a morel mushroom. So we just need 2 more of one of these items. And then I believe I have brought things that I can't turn in yet. And that's okay. That is okay. I should have brought a quartz. I always forget that quartz is needed for the geologist one. But that's all right. We will go back home and we will put away the items that we couldn't turn in. And then I think we will go ahead and there we go. And there we go. And we'll go ahead and put the geodes back in their geode spot. And let's go check on our trees. How you guys coming down here? You're growing, that's a good sign. Some of you are still seeds. I think there is a programmatic limit to how many of the growing trees on your farm advance every night. Which makes sense. You wouldn't want someone to plant 800 trees all in one night and then they grow boom, 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 boom. So I have seen someone who did a video of what happens if you just sleep for the first 3 years. You don't ever leave the house, not even once. What kind of score do you get in the end game from grandfather? And it was amusing because when he walked out of the house, it was just trees everywhere. You couldn't even walk, just wall-to-wall trees, which was funny. Okay, that is enough of that for now. So now we're gonna go to bed, and now I actually will sign off. So it was a fun day. We got Pam a birthday gift and got some more berries and just generally enjoyed ourselves. So once again, this is Stardew Valley. My name is Anna Mardall and I hope you enjoyed yourself here. Thank you. Bye-bye.